What if everything you depended on was taken away tomorrow? What if the people you trust turned against you and every source of comfort vanished overnight? Could you still stand strong and rebuild? Most people think they are ready for anything until life hits them with betrayal, loss, and chaos. Then they realize their so-called virtues were just illusions, and their confidence was only borrowed from the approval of others. This world is not gentle. It rewards those who can command their own mind, adapt to any threat, and take decisive action. That is what these 7 Machiavelli-inspired rules are about. Not weak positivity, but real strength. Today, we journey through the wisdom of Machiavelli, uncovering 7 rules of life designed to awaken the strongest and highest version of yourself. These lessons are designed to wake up the best in you, the part that refuses to quit, the part that fights back no matter what. If you hit the subscribe button and stay until the end, you will gain more than shallow motivation. You will gain a strategy for living strong, confident, and disciplined, no matter how hard life becomes. Miss even one rule, and you leave yourself open to the same failures that ruin most people. Number 1. See the world clearly, not through wishful thinking. Too many people move through life with a child's eyes. They expect that honesty will be returned with honesty, that loyalty will be rewarded, that kindness will be repaid in kind. These comforting illusions can keep people warm for a while, but the moment life applies real pressure, they break. Masks fall away, true motives surface, and those who cannot see clearly are left shattered, wondering how they were fooled. Machiavelli did not sugarcoat it. He described people as ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous. These words sound harsh, even unfair. Yet look around and see how quickly people change when their comfort is threatened or their greed is awakened. Friendships fade when they become inconvenient. Promises are broken when fear appears. Smiles hide knives when envy takes root. This is not meant to make you a cynic, but to make you precise. The difference between a fool and a wise leader is the willingness to accept reality as it is, not as it is wished to be. Look for the small clues in everyday life. How does someone treat a powerless stranger? How do they speak of a friend who is no longer useful? Do they honor their word when there is a price to pay? These tests are more revealing than 1,000 polished speeches or flattering compliments. Also, look deeper into the situations themselves. A gift might look generous, but what invisible chains does it place on you? An apology might seem humble, but what punishment is it trying to soften? A compliment might lift your pride, but whose hidden agenda is steering those words? A clear eye sees all these currents. A sharp mind refuses to be swept away by them. Yes, there is loyalty, there is kindness, there is even genuine love, but these are rare metals buried deep in rock, and must be tested with fire before they can be trusted. This is true in business, in politics, in romance, in friendship. The coworker who flatters you today may sabotage you tomorrow if they see a better opportunity. The client who praises your work might abandon you for a cheaper offer next month. Even loved ones can change under pressure. Seeing this truth does not make you cruel. It makes you free. Free from the heartbreak of unrealistic expectations. Free from the shock of betrayal. Free from the false hopes that leave so many broken when reality finally hits them like a storm. There is power in seeing the world clearly. It allows you to plan realistically, to choose partners with care, to protect your heart from cheap words, and to build alliances that will endure. Those who live in illusions are forever blindsided. Those who accept the truth can adapt, survive, and rise. Picture a ship sailing on the open sea. If the captain pretends there are no storms, the vessel will be destroyed. But if the captain watches the skies with clear eyes, prepares the sails, strengthens the hull, that ship can survive any wave and reach the far shore. The same is true of the mind. Illusions are a comfortable breeze, but they will not carry you through the storms of life. Only clear sight and a mind grounded in reality will keep you steady. If these words feel cold, remember that they are far kinder than false comfort. The world will show its harshness whether you prepare or not. Better to be ready, to see things as they are, than to be torn apart by truths you refuse to acknowledge. Learn to question every promise, study every gift, listen to every apology with one ear on the reason behind it. Measure every friendship by actions, not just pretty words. When you strip away illusions, you stand on solid ground. Those who stand on solid ground do not fear the changing weather. They do not panic when others betray them. They do not break when the world grows hard. They adapt, they pivot, they survive. And in time, they thrive. So choose the harder path of seeing clearly. Reject the easy dream that everyone will be fair, loyal, and honest. test people, test circumstances, and build your life on the unshakable foundation of truth. Even if that truth feels sharp at first, it will save you from being shattered later. If these words resonate, mark them with courage. Let them guide you past illusions. And remember, those who see clearly will always command respect, while those who dream blindly will forever bow to those who do not. Number 2. Master yourself before trying to master the world. Many people dream of becoming powerful. They want to lead, to influence, to build something that lasts, but they cannot even rule their own thoughts. They are prisoners of anger, of fear, of desire. They expect to command armies or companies or entire communities, but cannot even command themselves. A leader who explodes in rage at small insults, who is ruled by jealousy, who panics at bad news, that person will collapse under pressure. Even Machiavelli warned that while fear is more reliable than love, the ruler who cannot control his own impulses will never earn true loyalty or respect. Instead, people will pity him, or worse, despise him. Real power starts at the roots. Self-control. It is a discipline, not a gift. It must be trained, shaped, and reinforced every single day. The human mind is wild. One minute it burns with revenge, the next it seeks comfort, the next it wants to flee from every challenge. Mastering that chaos takes vigilance. Anger, for example, can be useful. It can give you courage to stand up against injustice. But anger left unchecked is like wildfire. It destroys everything, even your best-laid plans. When anger strikes, pause. Trace it back to its source. Ask yourself, is this anger honorable, or is it just pride with a bruised ego? Act only when your anger serves a real purpose, never when it is just a scream for attention. Fear is even more dangerous. Fear is helpful if it keeps you from careless danger. But fear can also freeze you, trap you in hesitation, make you a slave to worry. When fear rises, do not obey it blindly. Look it straight in the eye. Name it. Break it down. Often fear is built on lies. That you will die if you fail. That you are too weak to try. That the world will end if you make a mistake. When seen clearly, fear usually shrinks. Then there is greed. The hunger for more praise, more pleasure, more wealth, more everything. Greed is a chain that gets heavier each day until you cannot move without its permission. Those who are ruled by greed will trade their future for a cheap moment of comfort. Always look past the immediate reward and ask what it will cost you tomorrow. Think of your mind like an army. Every thought is a soldier. Every desire is a weapon. Place them in formation. Command them. Reward what makes you stronger. Patience, courage, discipline. Punish what makes you weaker. Panic, whining, self-pity. Check yourself, again and again. Where is this emotion pushing me? Where will this decision lead? Will it build me into someone no crisis can break, or will it hollow me out? Someone who rules their own mind cannot be conquered. Rivals may plot against them, markets may collapse, friends may abandon them. But the person who controls their own heart will always find a path through chaos. That is real power. It cannot be stolen, cannot be bribed, cannot be broken. So master the only kingdom you will never lose, yourself. From there, every other victory becomes possible. Number 3. Be comfortable with being alone. There is a reason so many fear silence. In the quiet, there are no friendly faces to distract from insecurity, no noise to drown out self-doubt, no applause to soothe a restless heart. That emptiness terrifies those who have never learned to trust themselves. So they rush toward crowds, hungry for any validation, willing to follow any voice that promises comfort. But crowds are dangerous. They think like a herd. They move on emotion. They change loyalty in an instant. They can lift you up one day and crush you the next. Crowds will support you as long as you fit their illusions. Refuse to fit those illusions, and they will turn on you without a second thought. Greatness rarely emerges from the crowd. It is forged alone. Alone, thoughts grow sharper. Alone, one can separate true fears from invented ones. Alone, the voice of personal conviction grows louder, clearer, stronger, unpolluted by others' doubts. Machiavelli himself understood this. Betrayed by those he served, cast aside, exiled, he was forced into a silence he did not choose. And yet, in that silence, his mind cut deeper. His strategies matured, and his understanding of power became unshakable. Like steel tested in a furnace, he emerged harder than before. That is the true gift of solitude. When no one stands beside you, you are forced to stand on your own. You build resilience. You discover which beliefs are yours and which were borrowed. You learn to trust your own judgment. Solitude becomes a workshop for the soul, where discipline and focus are forged. People will accuse you of being cold, distant, unfeeling. Let them. A wolf does not measure itself by a sheep's opinion. A wolf knows that survival sometimes demands distance, and strategy sometimes demands silence. The person who can face solitude without breaking becomes dangerous in the best sense of the word. No one can blackmail them with rejection. No one can trap them with flattery. Their power cannot be bought because it does not come from the crowd. It comes from within. Let the herd fear loneliness. Let them drown in the need for approval. A strong person sees solitude as a testing ground, a place to refine purpose, a shelter where distractions cannot steal attention away. When forced to stand alone, stand proud. When forced to think alone, think bravely. Even if the entire world abandons you, you will still possess the only companion who never leaves, yourself. Learn to respect your own company. Learn to trust your own voice. Learn to value your own discipline. That is the root of unbreakable confidence. The ability to stand alone and remain whole. Number 4. Take bold action. Don't hesitate. Most people live behind invisible walls built from fear. They think they need to wait until everything is perfect, until every answer is known, until everyone approves. So they stall, they talk, they analyze, and while they wait, life passes them by. The moment is gone and they never get it back. Hesitation is a quiet destroyer. It feels safe, like hiding from a storm. But storms pass, and those who stay hidden find that the world has moved on without them. Machiavelli taught that fortune favors those who act. Opportunities come and go like flashes of lightning. Blink and they vanish. There is no perfect certainty, no crystal ball that guarantees success. There's only the courage to move when the heart says yes, even if the head is still calculating. When you take action, you shape events. You force the world to adjust to you, instead of you adjusting to the world. People admire this. They see decisiveness as a mark of leadership. They trust someone who can make a choice, even if that choice is flawed, because it signals confidence and courage. Boldness also terrifies opponents. It throws them off balance. When you move fast, they cannot predict you. When you act with force, they cannot react in time. The first strike often decides the battle. In war, in business, in life. Think of a competitor who launches a product before anyone else dares. Think of a leader who steps forward when everyone else is silent. Think of a lover who speaks their heart instead of hiding behind fear. The one who moves first owns the story. Action does not mean recklessness. Brave action is controlled. It is aware of risk, but refuses to be enslaved by fear. Mistakes can be corrected. Regrets cannot. Failure is painful, but it is a lesson. Regret is poison that lingers for years. Hesitation drains the spirit. Every day spent doubting is a day of lost momentum. Self-respect shrinks, dreams fade, and the habit of waiting becomes a permanent prison. Decide, move, speak, dare. Let others pause and question while you advance. When you make boldness your natural state, you become like a force of nature. Mountains may block your path, but they cannot block your will. Boldness is an energy that unlocks possibilities. Allies will follow a bold leader. Rivals will fear one, and you will feel life flow through you with more intensity and clarity than the timid can ever imagine. Let boldness become your heartbeat. Let your instinct for action be the light that guides you through confusion. Whether in business, in personal relationships, or in battles of any kind, those who hesitate will watch from the sidelines while those who act take the prize. So move, strike, act. Let the world feel your presence and force it to respond. Number 5. Build alliances, but stay independent. Power multiplies when people join forces. Even the strongest wolf hunts with a pack to bring down bigger prey. Cooperation opens doors, protects your back, and helps you carry ambitions beyond your own reach. Few victories are won alone, but alliances are dangerous if you forget their true nature. They are partnerships of interests, not lifelong bonds. They exist because two parties see a shared advantage, and the moment that advantage vanishes, the loyalty vanishes too. This is not cynicism. It is how the world works. Machiavelli warned that alliances built only on gifts or empty praise will fail in true danger. History repeats the same lesson. When a kingdom is weak, its friends look for a chance to carve it apart. When a business is failing, partners turn away to protect themselves. When someone is no longer useful, those who praise them vanish like smoke. Depend too much on an alliance, and you hand over the keys to your future. Others will sense this weakness and use it to control you. They will force their interests upon you because they know you cannot stand alone. No serious leader should ever let that happen. Reward loyalty, but always test it. Place boundaries around every partner. Make sure no one grows so powerful they can destroy you. If you raise allies too high, you build your own rival. Keep your secrets guarded. Even with those who seem closest, hold something back. Never expose your entire plan. Never reveal every weakness. A hidden reserve of knowledge or power is your insurance if things turn against you. See alliances as tools, not as sacred promises. When the wind is calm, sail together, share strength, and build something great. But when storms threaten, trim the sails, take back the tiller, and steer your own ship with no hesitation. Be approachable, but never easy to read. Cooperate, but on your terms. Trust others only to the extent that their loyalty is proven, and remember that even the proven can change. A leader who can join forces while remaining self-sufficient is beyond being cornered. This person cannot be blackmailed, cannot be manipulated, cannot be overthrown by surprise. That is true independence, using others without being used, and standing alone when required. Consider the Roman Senate in ancient times. Alliances held Rome together, but the Republic fell when powerful men like Caesar and Pompey turned their alliances into personal rivalries. Their friendship ended in civil war. Why? Because neither could tolerate giving up control. That same pattern repeats anywhere there is power and ambition. Keep alliances on a short leash. Be willing to cut them loose if they become a chain around your neck. Respect loyalty, but do not worship it. A wolf may run with the pack, but remains a wolf, with teeth sharp and spirit untamed. Let alliances serve you. Let loyalty strengthen you, but never become a servant to other people's approval. The wolf is respected because it can hunt alone when needed. So must every person who wishes to be free. This balance, the ability to cooperate while staying unbound, is rare. Most people either isolate themselves and grow weak, or cling to others until they lose all independence. The path of power is neither extreme. It is the calm, confident middle. Trust wisely, test loyalty, share what helps you grow, and protect what keeps you strong. Remember always, respect is built on strength, and strength cannot be shared away. Keep your own mind, keep your own secrets, keep your own will. Then let alliances orbit you, but never let them consume you. Number 6. Look virtuous, but stay realistic. People love the fantasy of a perfect leader. They celebrate those who seem gentle, honest, and forgiving. They claim to want a ruler who is always patient, always merciful, always understanding. But when real danger comes, they run to the person who shows strength, the one who looks unbreakable. This is human contradiction. Hearts admire kindness, but minds trust power. Machiavelli saw it clearly. A leader should appear calm, fair, and compassionate, a warm sun to the people. But beneath that sunlight, there must be iron, as cold as winter. If people think kindness is your only weapon, they will test you. If people believe cruelty is your only weapon, they will unite against you. So stand in balance. Show the face of fairness, but hold a shield of caution behind your back. Let them see mercy, but know they will respect you more if they sense that you can be ruthless when needed. Think of your kindness like a silk glove, gentle and smooth, but underneath your fist is steel. Think of fairness as a calm sea, but with powerful tides beneath, able to destroy any ship that dares cross you. Modern parallels prove this wisdom. Look at the workplace. The manager who is too forgiving gets buried in excuses and delays. People arrive late, slack off, break rules, and laugh behind their back. But the manager who is fair and respectful, yet shows he will fire those who betray the mission, earns respect. People step up. They deliver results. They feel secure knowing the rules are enforced. Or think of politics today. Politicians love to promise endless kindness and compassion, but if they cannot act firmly when challenges rise, they get swept away. Their supporters lose faith. Their enemies circle in. So they must stand with mercy, but never hesitate to act. A relatable daily scenario shows the same truth. Imagine a parent raising a child. If that parent is only kind and never disciplines, the child grows wild, demanding, entitled. The household becomes chaos. But if the parent balances care with clear boundaries, the child grows strong, respectful, and secure. It is the same in any position of leadership, whether leading a family, a team, or a nation. Philosophical comparisons also confirm it. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, taught that a ruler should be gentle and forgiving, but he did not hesitate to punish betrayal or protect Rome. Seneca wrote that mercy is noble, but only when it does not reward the wicked. Like Machiavelli, these thinkers knew that goodness without strength is quickly eaten alive. Never let kindness make you blind. Always measure what people do against what they say. Test their loyalty. Look for hidden motives. Kindness buys goodwill, but that goodwill is only real if people know you will defend your mission. Fairness is a powerful shield. It attracts good allies, it protects your name, it makes others willing to work with you. But a shield alone does not win battles. A sword must rest behind it, ready to strike. So when someone must be corrected, do it without trembling. When a rule is broken, enforce it without apology. Do not fear being called harsh, if harshness is what keeps your people safe and your mission alive. People respect a leader who can be merciful, but who will not hesitate to be decisive, even ruthless, if no other way exists. That balance builds true power, the kind of power that feels just but cannot be challenged. Think of your kindness like a warm campfire, drawing people close, but with hot coals underneath that burn anyone who tries to smother it. Think of your fairness like a glassy lake, smooth and beautiful on the surface, but with currents beneath that no careless swimmer can escape. Let the world see your virtue, but never let them forget that you will defend yourself, your mission, and those who trust you, no matter what. That is the path to true respect, and to keeping it. Number 7. Adapt and endure. Nothing in life holds still. People change their minds. Friends can turn distant. Enemies can rise from places you least expect. Plans that seemed perfect can collapse overnight. Even your own dreams will shift over time. Machiavelli compared fortune to a river, powerful, wild, impossible to control completely. When it rains, the river swells, breaking its banks, sweeping away anything in its path. But those who build strong defenses, who prepare for the flood, who stay flexible in their thinking, survive. Those who stubbornly cling to a single plan are the first to drown. Life will always test you. No matter how strong you are, surprises will come. When they do, be like water. Flow around the obstacle, find another route, refuse to stop moving. Flexibility is not weakness, it is one of the greatest weapons of all. But flexibility alone is not enough. You also need a core that cannot be broken, a part of you that stays solid no matter how hard life pushes. That is your purpose, your mission, your inner code. It must be like stone, unshakable, no matter what storms come. When flexibility and inner strength combine, they make a person who is unstoppable. Like a river that changes direction but never stops flowing, you will move forward no matter what stands in your way. If your business fails, you rebuild. If a friend betrays you, you learn and move on. If life tries to knock you down, you stand up again. That spirit, the refusal to give up, the courage to adjust, is the difference between those who survive and those who vanish. Look at any powerful leader in history, any survivor, any builder of great things. None of them reached their success on the first try. They adapted, they changed strategies, they bent without breaking, and they refused to quit. That is the final rule. Adapt, endure. Hold on to what matters, but change everything else when needed. Never let pride keep you stuck. Never let fear freeze you in place. Never let disappointment make you soft. The storms will come, they always do. But storms also pass, and those who are still standing after them are stronger than before. If these 7 rules have opened your mind, show your commitment by subscribing right now. This is not for those who want to stay comfortable. It is for those ready to build real strength, the kind that cannot be taken away by any storm, any betrayal, or any loss. Before leaving, answer this. Which of these 7 rules is hardest for you to live by? Share it below so others can learn from your struggles, and so this community can grow stronger together. And do not miss the next teaching. It will go even deeper into the hidden weaknesses that destroy most people, and show you exactly how to crush them before they crush you. Stay focused, stay strong, become the person no crisis can ever defeat.